Hello, it's another beautiful day and welcome to another episode of This Spice. I am Wayolani and with me is...
Adedoku Adiola. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. You know that sometimes when they say the thunder that will strike you is loading or is doing press up.
It's carrying weight, like it's getting all the muscles in place.
In the case of some herdsmen, the thunder that had been building up, that had been carrying weights, eventually came. 36 cows got struck by thunder in Ondo State.
Wow. You know the funny thing? That is even very good for some people that want to do wedding. Oh, the man roast just go and carry the meat.
Carry one
and use it. But you know, the thing that actually caught my fancy is, okay, so I might be a little extreme with this, but why wasn't any of the headsmen affected? After all, they are Jagaban now. If it's with human being,
headsmen that ran away after the...
Now they saw thunder, they can't wait. Ha! You go be alright.
But I think I permit me to say that it's a good development, you know. Maybe they will respect themselves. Because from what I read, they were not authorized to go to that particular place that they went to.
So the region they went to, we could also say that they went to do some very good insurance from some people. So the insurance was the thunder showing itself.
But whatever the case is, I mean, yeah, that's a provision for some people. I don't know what is with me and provision.
36, my lord.
Good provision for some people.
Oh! Well, if it was goats now, I might have gone there because I love goat meat. But cow, they'll be fine.
We know your type.
All right, so the Emmys award.
Yes, Emmys 2019.
And I think two of my highlights from the entire show was HBO winning 34 of the awards, and Netflix bagging 27.
Okay, wait. So, like this, so the award is now HBO versus Netflix now. No, it's not even it's not an individual this thing anymore.
Well, I think that is going to be the future of the award. It is now showing the quality of series you can deliver, the way the acting is, the props, the directing, the script. There is every tendency.
Good for them, because I think one of the things that really thrilled me is the fact that a lot of award winners are not people that we particularly know.
Yeah.
So it's like they're really discovering new talents and actually recognizing new talents online.
And those guys are really delivering. Like when you check the delivery on the roles that they are giving, you're amazed, and you can relate better with the stories and all. Like it's all rosy for them right now.
I actually love that fact because now we don't get to see constant faces on our screens anymore. You know, we see new faces and maybe with one or two known faces. You know, but it's giving the upcoming ones like there are now a lot of chances for people to get exposed, exactly,
get more experience, show that they can actually deliver. And it's also, the beautiful thing is, it is not now just movies that can get you that big spotlight. If your series can deliver, trust me, you have a lot of barriers to get through.
Okay, so let's move down to Nicki Minaj. Now, I don't know if some of you heard, Mrs. Patsy came out and said she was retiring from music because she wants to start a family. Now, afterwards, Mrs. Petty is releasing an album very soon. Now, I don't understand the fact that she's resigning or that she's retiring. Was that like a publicity stunt, or you know that some people retire but still have a lot of stuff in their archive? So maybe even after she was retired, she would now go to her archives, and then...
Well, I think to first go back to the initial statement of her retiring, she didn't say she had retired. She said she would be retiring. Now, I don't also think she put a time frame to when she was going to retire.
True.
So I believe the timing for that was to get more clout for this album that is being released, so people can really grab and latch on to every last content she's dropping now.
Point.
And she gets maximum
Especially now
awareness
that
from
a lot
it.
of people are really comparing her with Cardi B. And
Like you
know,
get
before it was just Nicki
Minaj was just
dominating
Nicki.
the market, but now she has a competition. And
Funny enough, this lady then, Iggy Azalea, when she came out, almost did a white version, but she couldn't sustain it. It wasn't like, but Cardi just, oh man, that girl is a worthy opponent, like a worthy opponent. And she really would want to stay relevant. That's Nicki now. And the best way to get your relevance in this just get the clout out. Get that clout and ride on it.
And speaking of clout, Madam Thatcher of the Big Brother Nigeria say that
the people are using our clout to get
her name to get clout.
And I'm like, okay.
Oh, and she made a statement saying that she's actually bigger than the Big Brother Niger show, and I'm like, I like the fact that she's confident, but you know that there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. And
to me, I'm not anti-Tasha or whatever, but I feel arrogance is actually, because I would not call it confidence, I'll call it arrogance. Arrogance is tending towards more stupidity than personality or whatever she's trying to achieve with it. Because I don't know, you want to communicate and you want your communication to be effective. If you are going through the same route and you see that you're achieving an unpleasant result, are you not supposed to change approach?
It depends. If some people don't really care about what people say, then
why try to force or pass your message across to somebody as rudely as possible if you don't care?
She might not think she's rude. She might just be, like she said.
Then that means there's a flaw in her character if she doesn't know that is.
The Lord will help her to discover it.
Like, yeah, I don't know if it's that the people around her helped her enable the behavior to what it got to, or it is just the kind of strategy she had coming into the house.
Nah,
I believe this is more than a strategy.
She couldn't have sustained it for so long. That's like a real
question. The way Cindy and Diana responded to how they felt about the events actually says a lot about people that have been with her in a very close confine. And if I really want to get into Tasha, but
let's go to Ebuka.
Like now our Titans are coming after this guy. Like he did not just talk about Tasha, he mentioned what she did and went to Diane, who was the middle of the whole drama.
Yeah.
So why are they now coming after him now? There were times where he came after Mercy, they didn't do anything about it. When he went after Fraud Nation 2 didn't make a fuss about it. So
that's one thing about that's one thing about being loyal. That's one crazy thing. I don't know who this Tasha fans
mediocre
are, but they are very, very loyal to her, and we cannot take that out of her.
Like, okay, so if you want to be loyal to a fault, be loyal to something that will actually, to a point that you can actually drive on.
We all see from different perspectives. Some people are looking at Tasha and like, wow, I want to be as confident as this lady. Some people are looking at Tasha and they're like, wow, I want to be as fine as this lady. Some people are looking at Tasha and be like, wow, I want to have this kind of body that this girl has. Everybody's looking at the same image from a different approach.
Irrespective of the approach you're looking at the image from, your approach should be socially acceptable.
Says who? Says Adiola is okay.
Oh my Lord.
All right, let's move on to
the center of men. Like, okay, well, sorry, I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back. Sorry, I'm taking it back. The center for weekend entertainment, because you must be entertained. It can never be scripted.
And I was entertained by Man City and Watford.
My God. Okay, so I am not a big fan of Guardiola because he coached Barcelona, but I have to hand it to him.
Why won't you be a fan of
Trust
Pep?
me, that we can't go into right now. Pep is a wonderful coach.
Jeez.
Like, he's a wonderful coach. I saw a meme, sorry to cut you. I saw a meme on Twitter of, Tom and Jerry cartoon then when Jerry would look for the dog's trouble and give the instruments to Tom. So in this case, Jerry was Norwich that trashed Man City last weekend 3-2.
Yeah.
The dog, of course, Man City. And the cast that received the pounding was Watford.
Like, it's crazy.
And they used Watford to break a record.
For me, I'm actually surprised at the fact that it just stopped at 8, because I know Aguero lost like 3 or 4 chances, and you know, it made me remember this. I don't know when I was much younger, there was this stuff that went around that they said there's a particular club that scored, I think it was a country that beat Nigeria. Is it 13-0? I beat 33-0 or something like that. So I was really looking forward to that happening in my lifetime. Like, I was waiting for a repeat of that.
Man, like,
but it was crazy.
5 goals in 18 minutes. And you know, the thing is, when you see Watford play, you know, these guys are actually good. So okay, fine.
Their defense
first half had gone 5-0.
Yeah.
I felt at least they would clear the 0. Not knowing that they were still going to
and you know, the beautiful
extras.
part is that Man City did not relent. They did not say, okay, because we have 5 goals. No, they kept going for it.
These guys are crazy. They keep churning out goals. They are getting the best out of their players.
I think they did well over the weekend, unlike most of the other so-called big clubs. And I feel bad. I feel bad for Tottenham, because they scored 2 goals, and then the second one was cancelled after VAR was.
Do you know that VAR also to some extent can be blamed for Chelsea's loss yesterday, because they also scored and VAR disallowed the goal, and few minutes after Liverpool scored a second goal.
It's
so
crazy.
there's a mentality, or better said, there's a way it affects their psychology during the game, and I don't know, as much as VAR has its advantages, it's just.
I think they'll get used to it. I think the players are just gradually adapting.
We didn't talk on these people now. Manchester United, they are the rivals of Man City.
I thought you wanted to hit at Barcelona.
Oh no,
no. It's a good thing we're not going there.
But let's just leave
let's
out
respect
of
ourselves.
it.
Yes.
But then, Barca fans too know how their market went. So
we know. Thank you. Don't rub it on our faces. We know. Thank you.
Well, before we leave football finally, on Still Man you know, Mourinho actually threw a shade at Solskjaer, and Solskjaer too came back after him, but then, you know, Mourinho now.
Mourinho he knows how to give those shades. He knows how to give those shades. Like, it's crazy. So I think this is a good time and place to end today's episode of This Spice. Join us again next time on another episode. Leave your comments in the section below. Until we come your way again next time, I remain Moyolania and
Adedo Kwadela.
Bye-bye.
Peace out, guys.